Given the function f of x, let's determine the x and y intercepts. To find the x-intercepts, we solve f of x is equal to 0. We have x minus 4 over 3x squared plus 5x minus 2 is equal to 0. X minus 4 is equal to 0. We get x is equal to 4. So the x-intercept is 4, 0. To find y-intercept, we solve y is equal to f of 0. We have 0 minus 4 over 3 times 0 squared plus 5 times 0 minus 2, which is negative 4 over negative 2. We get 2. The y-intercept is 0, 2. Let's identify the vertical asymptotes. To find the vertical asymptote, we need to set the denominator is equal to 0. We have 3x squared plus 5x minus 2 is equal to 0. By factoring, we get 3x minus 1 times x plus 2 is equal to 0. So we get 3x minus 1 is equal to 0, and x plus 2 is equal to 0. X is equal to 1 over 3, and x is equal to negative 2. So the vertical asymptotes are x is equal to 1 over 3 and x is equal to negative 2. Let's determine if the function f has the horizontal or slant asymptote. To determine, we need to know the degree of the numerator and the degree of the denominator. The degree of a polynomial is the greatest exponent on x. So the degree of x minus 4 is 1. The degree of 3x squared plus 5x minus 2 is 2. Because n is equal to 1 is less than m is equal to 2, the horizontal asymptote is y is equal to 0, the x-axis. Let's get the function f of x. From the part A and C, we have the following information. The x-intercept is 4, 0, and the y-intercept is 0, 2. The vertical asymptotes are x is equal to 1 over 3 and x is equal to negative 2. The horizontal asymptote is y is equal to 0, which is the x-axis. Let's get the function on the interval from negative 2 to 1 over 3. The graph of the function has to go through the y-intercept. As x approaches 1 over 3 or negative 2, the graph of the function goes to infinity or negative infinity. As x approaches 1 over 3, the graph approaches infinity. It cannot approach negative infinity because the graph does not cross the x-axis on the interval. Similarly, as x approaches negative 2, the graph approaches infinity. In order to graph the function on the interval from negative infinity to negative 2 and 1 over 3 to infinity, we need to know if the function is above or below the horizontal asymptote. Let's pick x is equal to 3. Then we have f of 3 is equal to 3 minus 4 over 3 times 3 squared plus 5 times 3 minus 2, which is negative 1 over 40. So when x is equal to 3, the graph is below the horizontal asymptote. As x approaches 1 over 3 from the right, the graph approaches negative infinity. As x approaches infinity, the graph approaches the horizontal asymptote, which is y is equal to 0. Let's pick x is equal to negative 3. Then we have f of negative 3 is equal to negative 3 minus 4 over 3 times negative 3 squared plus 5 times negative 3 minus 2, which is negative 7 over 10. So when x is equal to negative 3, the function is below the horizontal asymptote. As x approaches negative infinity, the graph approaches the horizontal asymptote, y is equal to 0. And as x approaches negative 2, the graph approaches negative infinity. This is the sketch of the function f of x.